So if you've been playing around with AI, you probably know that feeling, right? That initial, wow, just it fades after a bit. You hit this point where the results are, well, they're kind of generic.
Yeah, a bit bland sometimes.
Exactly. At that moment you realize, okay, just throwing things at the wall, trial and error, it's not really cutting it anymore.
Right.
So today, we're not just going to talk about prompts. We're aiming to architect a way to get consistent, really high quality AI outputs, turning that wall into, I don't know, a launch pad.
That's really the mission here. We're moving past just, talking at the AI. We're getting into properly engineering our prompts. This deep dive, it isn't just about what words to use, but how you structure your thoughts, your requests to get, predictable and consistently better results.
Okay.
The real power, I think, comes when you realize you're not just giving instructions. You're crafting a reusable blueprint for, a digital team member.
And maybe a good way to think about this is, think of these prompt frameworks, like design patterns if you're into software, or even just a solid outline for writing something complex, like a book.
Good analogy.
You wouldn't start a massive project without some kind of proven structure, would you?
Probably not.
These frameworks, they give you just that. A systematic way to organize what's in your head and talk to the AI much, much more effectively.
It's all about bringing a new level of, let's say, discipline to how you work with AI. By the time we finish this deep dive, you'll have this systematic approach.
Right.
Something that seriously boosts your consistency, your efficiency. It really should transform how you use AI from now on.
Okay, let's unpack that. Let's jump into the best practices. Because choosing the right framework, that seems like the first big step. It's definitely not one size fits all, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. No way. Different jobs need different tools, right?
Makes sense.
The crucial first thing is matching the framework to what you're actually trying to do. Are you, say, drafting marketing copy, analyzing a bunch of data, brainstorming ideas?
Your framework has to really line up with that specific goal.
Okay, but what about, going overboard? Can you over-engineer a prompt? If I use a super detailed framework for something simple, am I just wasting my time, or could it actually confuse the AI?
That's a great question. And yeah, it's a common thing people bump into.
Okay.
Detailed frameworks are fantastic when you need nuance, definitely. But forcing a really complex structure onto a simple request, it can add unnecessary sort of cognitive load for the AI. Sometimes that leads to answers that are less direct, maybe even a bit off topic. So yes, think about the task's complexity. Simple frameworks for simple things.
Right.
More detailed ones when you need that real depth, multiple steps, nuance, and importantly, you've got to adapt to the AI model you're using too. Some models just handle those intricate, multi-part instructions better than others.
I appreciate that perspective. So these aren't rigid rules then, set in stone.
No, not at all. Think of them more like dynamic starting points. You got to stay flexible, be ready to tweak things, customize them.
Yep.
They're meant to be powerful guides, sure, but not straitjackets for your creativity.
Speaking of guidance, let's talk about the building blocks. What are the absolute must-have components for an effective framework?
Right. You want each part to serve a really clear purpose. You should start with a clear role definition.
Okay.
And the trick here isn't just saying, act as a writer. It's about nailing the specific expertise. Is it a creative copywriter for short ads, or maybe an analytical technical writer doing documentation?
I see.
That small difference, it can totally change the output you get.
That clarifies things a lot. It's really about setting the AI's persona, isn't it? So it's not just some generic bot. It's channeling, like you said, a seasoned copywriter.
Precisely. Then, next up, explicit task instructions. Define exactly, crystal clear, what you want the AI to do. What's the output supposed to be? What's the actual goal here?
Okay.
Then you need contextual information. This is all the background stuff that shapes the response.
The AI needs the scenario, any limits, the why behind the request. Without that context, you're basically asking it to work in a vacuum. And that usually just leads to those generic results we talk about.
Yeah, I can definitely see how that prevents those bland one-size-fits-all answers. How specific do we need to be about how the output looks?
Very specific. That's the next piece. Output formatting.
Okay.
Tell it exactly how you want the information structured. Need bullet points, a table, a certain tone, a word count, specific headings. Lay it all out. And finally, something people often miss, evaluation criteria. Include some standards for judging the quality. How will you know if the AI's output is actually good? What does success look like for this task?
This sounds less like a static checklist and more like, living document. How do we keep these frameworks useful over time? Stop them from just gathering digital dust?
You've absolutely hit on a key point there. Frameworks should be living things. They should evolve based on how you use them, which means iterative improvement. You refine them based on the results you get. Every time you use one, it's a chance to learn for you and for the AI.
So I need to really pay attention to what worked well and maybe more importantly, what didn't.
Exactly. That leads to pattern recognition. Notice which elements consistently seem to make the outputs better. Over time, you'll spot trends in how the AI reacts to different ways you structure things.
Okay.
Then there's specialized adaptation. You'll want to take those general frameworks and tweak them for specific fields or task types. A framework for legal analysis will look pretty different from one for writing a story.
Makes sense.
And crucial for any kind of iteration, version control.
Ah, like in coding.
Yeah, even if it's just a simple numbering system, track your changes. It helps you figure out what worked, what didn't, and maybe why. It's like the history of your personal AI playbook.
This all sounds incredibly powerful in theory. Let's make it practical, though. What are some popular hands-on frameworks you'd suggest starting with?
Okay, one really good one, widely used, is the CLEAR framework. It stands for context, length, examples, audience, and role.
CLEAR. Okay, let's break that down. How would I use CLEAR for, say, putting together a business presentation?
Good example. All right, imagine you're doing a quarterly business review. E-commerce company selling sustainable home goods. Okay.
Got it. Sustainable home goods, QBR.
Right. So your CLEAR prompt might go something like this. Context. I'm prepping a QBR for our sustainable home goods e-commerce company, focusing on Q3 performance.
Okay, context.
Length. I need a script for a 5-minute presentation, maybe 7 to 10 key points.
Length, check.
Examples. Our successful past presentations usually had clear charts on sales trends, actionable points on customer acquisition costs, and specific performance breakdowns by product category, and delivered concisely, executive summary style.
Examples, okay. Showing, not just telling.
Exactly. Audience. This needs to be strategic for the C-suite, but also have specific actionable stuff for the department managers, for operational tweaks.
Audience, good one.
Role. Act as an experienced business analyst, someone with deep expertise in e-commerce metrics and sustainable product markets.
Wow, that's incredibly detailed. You can immediately see how each bit of CLEAR just guides the AI, leaving way less room for it to guess. What's another common one? Maybe something a bit more direct.
Another really effective one, often liked for its straightforwardness, is the RTF method. Just 3 parts: role, task, format.
RTF. Okay, give us an example for that. Maybe something different, like UX research.
Sure, perfect. Let's say you're a UX researcher. Your RTF prompt could be, role. You're an experienced UX researcher specialized in user interviews and qualitative data.
Role, okay.
Task. Create a set of open-ended interview questions. The goal is to find out why users are abandoning our mobile app during checkout.
Task, clear.
Format. Give me 8 to 10 distinct questions. Organize them into logical categories like maybe initial experience, specific pain points, improvement suggestions, and add a quick 1-sentence explanation for what each question is trying to uncover.
That's super clear for that kind of defined task. Zero ambiguity there. Okay, and finally, you mentioned one for building arguments. PRP.
That's right, the pre-P structure. It's fantastic for building persuasive arguments. It's point, reason, example, point, just naturally encourages that logical, convincing flow.
PREP. Okay, so if I wanted to argue, say, for investing in employee wellness programs at my company.
You'd use it like this. Use the pre-P structure, point, reason, example, point, to build a compelling case for why our company should invest more in employee wellness.
Okay.
Include some relevant, strong statistics about wellness impacting productivity and retention. Then give a specific real-world case study of a company that did this successfully and saw measurable benefits.
Gotcha.
It really forces that kind of structured, argumentative thinking.
These frameworks are great starting points, but I guess the real power comes when you can reuse them easily, right? That's where templates and libraries come in.
Exactly. You'll quickly notice there are sort of broad categories of templates people use. Things for content creation, stuff for analysis, templates for problem solving.
Right.
But the real game changer is building your personal template library. It's not just about saving time. It's about coding your own best practices, making them repeatable.
That's a powerful idea.
Yeah.
How do we actually start creating our own reusable templates?
Yeah.
Where do you begin?
It's a pretty structured process, actually, using your own experience. First, identify common tasks. Just list out the things you ask AI to do frequently, day in, day out. What are those repetitive requests?
Okay, just take stock first.
Yep. Second, analyze successful prompts. Go back through your history. Look carefully at the prompts that gave you really great results. Which ones consistently worked well?
So learn from what actually worked in practice, not just theory.
Precisely. Third, extract patterns.
Yeah.
Look at those successful prompts. What are the common pieces? Are you always defining a specific role? Always asking for bullets or a table. Find those recurring effective elements. Fourth, create base templates. Based on those patterns you found, build some standardized structures. These are your foundations, your starting points for different kinds of tasks.
Okay, the basic skeletons.
Right. And fifth, test and refine. Use your templates consistently and keep improving them. They're never really finished. They're living assets that get better as you use them more.
That's a fantastic roadmap. Now, any tips or tricks for making these templates perform even better? Those little tweaks that can make a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. Always start strong. Begin your templates by clearly setting the role and the context right at the top.
Okay.
This guides the AI's thinking from the very beginning, really biases its processing towards what you want right from the first word.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you have complex instructions, use bullet points. It's not just easier for us to read, it forces the AI to parse each instruction separately.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, it reduces the chance it'll misunderstand or miss something. Each point gets processed clearly, almost like items in a contract.
And I've found that including examples is incredibly helpful. It feels like a shortcut for the AI sometimes.
It absolutely is. Big one. Include examples in your templates. Show, don't just tell, what a good output looks like.
Right.
It gives the AI a concrete target to aim for, much better than just abstract descriptions. Also, prioritize instructions. Put the most critical guidance first.
Why is that?
AI models often give more weight to the initial instructions they process, so front-loading the really important stuff can significantly improve results. And finally, test variations.
Like A/B testing.
Exactly. Create slightly different versions, maybe A and B, of your templates. See which one performs better for certain tasks or with specific AI models. Small changes can sometimes lead to surprisingly big improvements.
Okay, for those of us getting really into this, wanted to push things further, what are some of those advanced template techniques that unlock, like, a whole new level?
This is where it gets really fun and powerful. You can start using things like conditional logic.
Okay, what's that?
It lets your templates adapt based on specific conditions you set. Think, if this, then do that. So imagine a single customer service template. If the query type is technical support, it automatically includes, say, the tech support contact info. If it's billing, it includes the billing department details, all from one template.
Wow. Okay. So one template, but it produces different smart outputs.
Yeah.
What about making them really easy to update and reuse across different projects?
That's where variable substitution is key. You use placeholders in your template, like client name or project details or whatever.
Right, like merge fields.
Pretty much. Then you can easily swap in the specific data for each use case. It makes your templates incredibly reusable without rewriting the core instructions every single time. It's like having a master form you just fill out.
That sounds super efficient.
Yeah.
And for really complex stuff, things that might take multiple steps.
For those big multi-stage workflows, you can look into template chaining.
Chaining.
Yeah, you link templates together. The output of template 1 becomes the input for template 2, and so on. Imagine. First template drafts an email from your rough notes. Second template takes that draft and refines the tone for, say, a senior executive. Third template maybe summarizes the key points from that final email for your own records.
Okay, that's automating a whole workflow.
Exactly. It's for building those really sophisticated multi-step AI processes.
With all these powerful tools, there must be ways to mess it up, right?
Yeah.
What are the common pitfalls we should watch out for? Because I'm sure we've all hit some of these.
Oh, absolutely. That's a trap I know I've fallen into plenty of times. The old set it and forget it prompt approach rarely works out well in the long run.
Huh. Yeah.
So let's talk classic mistakes. A big one is definitely overcomplication.
Too much detail.
Yeah, throwing in too many requirements, making the template super intricate. It can actually just confuse the AI. You end up with messy, unhelpful results, just as bad or contradictory instructions. You got to make sure all the parts of your template actually align and don't accidentally tell the AI to do opposite things.
That's a classic. Like asking for a really brief summary that also includes every single detail.
Exactly that. Another common one, vague criteria. You need to be specific about what success actually looks like.
Right.
Just saying make it good doesn't help the AI at all. But make it insightful and concise under 200 words with 3 key action items that it can work with.
Okay.
Also, neglecting context. Forgetting to provide enough background info. That almost always leads to generic or just plain irrelevant output. The AI isn't psychic, you know?
True.
And finally, static templates. Not going back and updating or refining your templates based on the results you're getting. That means you're just missing out on easy improvements, leaving performance on the table.
This has been an absolutely fantastic deep dive. We've really shifted from just, basic prompting, hoping for the best, to something much more systematic, professional grade prompt engineering almost. It feels like unlocking a superpower.
We really have covered a lot of ground. By getting comfortable with frameworks like Clear, RTF, Prep, you can create much more structured, consistent, and high-quality interactions with AI.
Mm-hmm.
And that means not just getting better results, but getting them with, frankly, a lot less effort and frustration.
And that idea of building your personal template library, that feels huge. You're not just writing one-off prompts anymore. You're actually creating these valuable, reusable assets.
Right.
Things that make you faster and better with AI over time.
Yeah.
Turning your specific needs into solutions you can use again and again.
Absolutely. From just spotting your common tasks all the way to using advanced stuff like conditional logic or template chaining, you're now equipped to handle pretty complex AI collaborations with a level of precision and control that most people probably don't even realize is possible yet.
So, as you, the listener, go out and work with AI after this, maybe remember this.
Yeah.
Really effective prompt engineering. It's kind of both a science and an art. The frameworks we talked about, Clear, RTF, Pre-P, the templates, that's the science part, the proven structures. But your creativity, your unique knowledge of your field, your intuition about what makes an output truly great, that's the art.
That's a great way to put it. So maybe consider this. How can your unique art, your expertise, your insights combine with the science of these frameworks? How can that combination unlock a completely new level of productivity, quality, and maybe even enjoyment in how you collaborate with AI? The tools are definitely in your hands now. It's time to go craft some masterpieces.